Hi guys, welcome to Annie Akinyi's channel. I know I have been missing in action. Guys, not an excuse, but for real, life happens. Life happened to me. I was sick, really down sick, a little bit depressed, a little bit, I just life caught up with me somehow, but I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine right now. I know you must be wondering where this setup is. I am not in my house right now. I am doing a little bit of travel. So guys, if you're a fan of travel and you'd like to travel the world and see the world through my lens, well, I have started a new YouTube channel, has 0 subscribers, so maybe you can support me on that as well. Go to Annie Shenanigans. I haven't even posted one video yet, but I'm working on posting a video there about traveling. I am traveling. I'm out here in Europe. Hey, your girl is here having fun in Europe. It's so much fun. I'm trying to document as much as possible. So guys, kindly go to Annie Shenanigans. I will leave a link to that YouTube channel on the description, or maybe I will pin it in the comment section so that it's easier for you to find it. So it's called Annie Shenanigans. It's anything other than immigration, because I didn't want to mix these two. I know there's some of you who are just interested in moving to Canada and not traveling to other parts of the world. And so that's what I've been doing lately, and I am back again, guys, and expect more videos from me. Yeah, I apologize for being away. Life happens and it happens to everybody. Nobody is a superhuman being. And yeah, when it catches up with you, it catches up with you, and we gotta deal with it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Having said that, guys, today I'm handling this very interesting topic. I have had a few of you ask me on my inbox about a Canadian student proof of fund. This is a major problem because, as you all know, if you have to come to Canada specifically as a student, I know there are other pathways and you're also required to show proof of funds. But in this video, we're talking about student permit or a student visa. So coming to Canada through being a student pathway, okay? So I've had a few of you ask me in my inbox that, Annie, this proof of funds, I can't just get the money. Like, how do I do this? How do I overcome this problem of proof of funds? Guys, unfortunately, Canada has a standard rate for everybody, regardless of whether you are from Asia, Africa, Europe, America, Antarctica, all the continents of the world, or even Mars or Juniper, wherever you're coming from, there's a standard amount that you have to show. And I'll be telling you that amount in a few. And this amount should prove that you're able to take care of yourself and any other relatives or dependents or family members that are accompanying you to Canada. Okay? So, again, I will show you the figures in a minute, but how do you show this proof? Okay, how do you show that you are able to take care of yourself or your family members? That is in case you're coming with other family members. Now, for your information, Canada allows you to come with your spouse, your children, if you apply for a student permit. Yes, you don't have to come alone. You don't have to leave your partner. You don't have to leave your children back home. You can come with them. However, this has a little bit of challenge, and the challenge is you have to show that you're able to take care of them for at least 1 year from the time you arrive in Canada. And so, how do you prove it? How do you prove that you have these funds? And what makes Canadian IRCC? Okay, IRCC is the body that processes all those applications to come to Canada, whether as a student, as a resident, as a worker, as a visitor, as any other way. So IRCC is the person, he's the boss. He's the boss to actually approve you're moving to Canada. These are the ways you can show proof of funds that you're able. You can show a bank statement, a Canadian bank statement, if you have transferred all your money into a Canadian account in your name. Remember, it has to be in your name. Okay, that's one. Number two, by providing a guaranteed investment certificate from a participating bank in Canada. So, for example, you are in you approach a Canadian bank and like the bank wants to invest in you. And I'll give you an example. Like, for example, you have promised to work for the bank. So the bank will invest in you and give you that certificate and actually tell IRCC that they are doing what? They're investing in you, and they have to give you that certificate. So there are different ways you can actually partner with different Canadian banks to show proof of funds. You can also use your personal bank statements for the last 4 months. It has been 6 months for the longest period, but you can show proof of funds for the last 4 months. The reason why they're asking for the last 4 months, guys, don't be misled, is because they want to see the consistency within this statement, because a lot of people just put in money there once just to show the balance, that's just to show the IRCC officer that, oh, I have the balance that you require. They will not ask you for a 4-month bank statement. They will ask you for maybe a month bank statement if the balance is what they're interested in. So don't be cheated. They want to see the consistency. They want to see the activity in your personal account. Is this an active bank account, that money comes in, money goes out, money comes in, money goes out, and not money was just put in once there? These people are bright, so do not underestimate their intelligence. You can also show proof of paid tuition fee and accommodation fee. Okay, so some universities, once you apply and once they actually approve your credentials, they ask you to pay tuition fee for the first semester. That is a common practice with Canadian universities. And so if you apply and they ask you to pay for like 1 semester worth of tuition fee, it is very normal. Okay, so this receipt, you can also attach it, and because that is like 4 months of 1 year, you know what I mean? So then you can attach that. Also, if you have paid for like housing or accommodation, there are people who pay for a whole year so that they don't have to bother with that. They can pay like if they're staying at a school residence, or if they're staying with like a house share type of arrangement. They can also show that proof, and that actually reduces your total balance. You can also show proof of funding, say for example a scholarship given to you or from the university or from any Canadian institution or from any home country, from wherever. You can show that as proof of funds. Also, you can also get a letter from the person sponsoring you. It is always very good for you, if you're being sponsored by anybody, for you to do a letter of sponsorship. If you want to know how to do a letter of sponsorship, that is my next video. I will do that video on how to do a letter from somebody who is sponsoring you to IRCC. So you can get that letter, or you can even get the letter from your Canadian relative or anybody in Canada who is offering to sponsor you. So make sure you have that letter. So all these, my dears, are how you can show proof of funds. Okay, if you have any businesses, any any assets, it's always good to attach them. Okay, it makes your case stronger. It is not mandatory, but it's always a good idea. So guys, after saying all that, after rambling, let me tell you how much you needed to have in your account to show as proof of fund. Now, there are 2 different figures. Not 2 different figures. Okay, if you're coming to Quebec, it's different from if you're going to any other province other than Quebec. Quebec has got its own set of rules. Quebec is a French-speaking province in Canada. They have their own totally different immigration rules. So I'm going to be showing you. So when you're picking a university, remember that if you pick a university in Quebec, the figures are not going to be the same. So other provinces like British Columbia, Alberta, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, all those other provinces and territories other than Quebec, this is the amount that you're supposed to show. Okay, so I'll be showing you them in the screen. Let me move, scooch a little bit. Yeah, I'll be showing you all that on the screen. So if you're going to these other provinces other than Quebec, or provinces outside of Quebec, as I said, British Columbia, Alberta, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, Saskatchewan, all those other provinces, then for a student, you need 10,000 Canadian dollars just for you for the year. Okay, and you're only required to show for 1 year at least, because they expect you to come and start working and all that. So as a student, a single person, adult, 18 years and above, as a student, you have to show proof of funds of 10,000 Canadian dollars, as you can see in the table. Okay, now if you're bringing your family with you, then that amount is going to go up. Okay, so your first family member, maybe your partner or your husband or your child, the first family member, you're gonna add 4,000 to the 10,000. Okay, so you're gonna have to show 14,000 Canadian dollars. I will be converting them on the screen to Kenyan shillings, so you can see that. And this is not US dollars, this is Canadian dollars, so convert this based on your currency. Okay, the third family member, again, you're gonna have to add another 3,000. So if you're 3 of you, then you're gonna have to pay a total, not pay, you're gonna have to show $17,000 as proof of funds. Okay, now if you see this other column, it actually states the amount in per month. So again, you're not going to be showing proof of funds per month, you're going to be showing them in a year. So this second column, the total. First family member, you're going to have to add 4,000. Each additional member after the first family member, you're going to add 3,000. So let's say you have 2 kids. Okay, so then you're going to have yourself, which is 10,000, your partner, which is 4,000, the first child 3,000, and the second child 3,000. That's, I think, is 20,000 if I'm not wrong. Okay, so that is how it is. Now let's see what happens in Quebec. If you're going to Quebec, you're going to be a student in Quebec. Now the figures are a little bit higher. Okay, these figures are set by IRCC, Quebec's government, so we do not have any control over that, and we do not know why they're higher, but this is actually the official Canadian IRCC website. So these are the figures. So if you're going to Quebec, the first adult will have to show proof of funds of 13,134 Canadian dollars. So it is a little bit higher by 3,134. That's a lot of money though, but yeah. If you're 2 adults, so maybe you and your partner, or if you have a child who is 18 years old and higher, then it's gonna be 19,264. That's high, because compared to other provinces, it's the first adult is 4,000 plus 10, it's 14,000. This is 19, so that's higher. Anyways, if you're 2 people aged, okay, if you're 2 adults plus 1 child, then you're gonna have to show proof of funds of 21,579. And if you're 2 adults and 2 children, you're gonna have to show proof of funds of 23,290. Okay, so Quebec is a little bit higher. Other than that, you have to also attach a letter of motivation or explanation. If you don't know what that is, I have done a whole video about how to do a letter of motivation, and the difference between letter of motivation and explanation is on my channel. I will leave a link somewhere on the screen, so go watch that. Anyways, as you can see, those are really high figures, and People ask me, Annie, where do I get this money from? Yeah, I know it's high, but again, you know, sometimes we have to dig deep for us to get what we want, because these are the standards set by IRCC. And to be very honest, if that money was affordable to everybody, everybody would be here. Okay, so anyways, how ways through which you can get this amount, you know. You don't have to have this money in your account. As I have said, you can have a partnership with banks in Canada. You can also like have a sponsor. Okay, so the simplest way I will tell you can actually go about this is by getting a relative, maybe your sister, your brother, your uncle, your aunt, anybody who is in a position to like have this money in their account. They have to write a letter guaranteeing that they will have to support, they will support you while you're in Canada, and they will have to also give you their bank statements, sorry, for the last 3 months, and they have to be stamped by the bank. Okay, so you don't have to have this money. Get your relatives that have got this money. Assure them that you're not going to use their money, because I know a lot of relatives worry that, oh, if I write this letter, I'm committing to like supporting you while in Canada. What if you go there and you can't support yourself? Like, will they take money from my account and all that? No, they don't take money from anybody's account. Okay, also assure them that once you come to Canada, there are jobs. Students survive here, so they don't have to you don't have to rely on them. This is just to show, prove, and that's a secret that I'm telling you guys. Okay, also you could have like a scholarship. Now I will talk about scholarships and how you can get scholarships from Canadian universities. You can also get scholarships from other institutions, private institutions, government institutions, NGOs from whatever part of the world. As long as you have a scholarship and you can show that to IRCC, then you're good. Okay, so try working on scholarships. I will do a video on how to find a scholarship in Canada. Okay, so stay tuned for that video. Also, you can combine statements. Like, this is one thing that personally I did. I combined my statement with my brother's statement and my sister's statement. So just make sure that you write in your letter of explanation or your motivation that that your stay in Canada is going to be supported by yourself, by your brother, and by your sister, and attach their bank statements. And also you have to get letters from each and every one of them stating that they accept to take the responsibility of taking care of you while you're in Canada. Yeah, so as I said, you don't have to do it alone. Like, you know, let's do it together. So those are the very creative ways through which you can get this money, or you can get a bank loan. Okay, and IRCC accepts that. So if you have a bank loan, just make sure you get a letter from the bank. Okay, so those are the ways, the creative ways through which you can overcome this challenge. I hope I answered your question. If not, leave those questions in the comment section or inbox me, DM me. I will try to answer as much as possible. For now, guys, let me go and explore Austria, shall we? Bye bye, and see you in the next video.